Government contracting. It's not exactly the sexiest phrase in the English language, is it? Sounds about as thrilling as a tax audit, doesn't it? But hold on, because behind this seemingly dull term lies a massive opportunity, a veritable buffet of potential revenue for businesses of all shapes and sizes. Hi, I'm Pamela Miner, a GovCon consultant with decades of experience. We're talking about a market that dwarfs your local farmer's market. We're talking about a pie so big it would make Marie Callender blush. You see, the U.S. government, with its insatiable appetite for, well, everything, is one of the largest purchasers of goods and services in the world. We're talking everything from paper clips to fighter jets, from janitorial services to cutting-edge research. And the best part? They're obligated to give everyone a fair shot, including businesses like yours. That's right. The government wants you to take a big old bite of this delicious pie. Think of it this way. Landing a government contract can be a game changer. We're talking steady revenue streams, the chance to grow your business exponentially, and the satisfaction of knowing you're contributing to something much larger than yourself. So, if you've ever dreamt of your business taking off, of reaching new heights, of finally affording that solid gold statue of yourself, hey, we don't judge, then stick around, because we're about to unlock the world of government contracts together. All right, let's kick things off with a little introspection, shall we? Before you even think about bidding on a government contract, you need to know what you're offering. And no, world domination through interpretive dance doesn't count, no matter how convincing your pitch deck is. We're talking about identifying your industry and product or service in a way that the government understands. Think of it like this. The government has this massive library, a Dewey Decimal System on steroids. For every product and service imaginable? Absolutely. The government uses these systems to categorize and manage a vast array of products and services effectively. The North American Industry Classification System, NAICS, codes, and Product Service Codes, PSCs, serve a crucial role in providing a standardized method for the classification. The NAICS, and system classifies business establishments based on the type of economic activity or industry they are involved in. The Product Service Codes, PSC codes, are used to describe the products, services, and research and development activities purchased by the federal government. Think of NAICS and PSC as the intricately detailed organizational frameworks in this governmental library, allowing for precise tracking, analysis, and management of economic and procurement data. These codes are like the Dewey Decimal System's highly specific, slightly more uptight cousins. They're used to classify everything the government buys, from simple office supplies to complex weapon systems. And trust us, you don't want to be the one misclassifying a tactical assault vehicle as a children's toy. So, how do you find your PSC match made in bureaucratic heaven? Well, the good news is you don't need to hire a private investigator or go on a government website scavenger hunt. The SBA provides a handy-dandy guide to help you navigate these codes and find the ones that best describe what you offer. Remember, identifying your product or service correctly is crucial. It's like setting the GPS coordinates for your government contracting journey. Get it wrong, and you'll end up lost in a bureaucratic black hole, desperately pitching office chairs to the Department of Defense. But get it right, and you'll be well on your way to landing that lucrative government contract and finally achieving your lifelong dream of owning a solid gold yacht. Seriously, stop judging. So, you've identified your product or service. You've got your perfectly crafted elevator pitch ready. Now it's time to get yourself a government-issued ID, because apparently you can't just waltz into this party without one. In the world of government contracting, this ID comes in the form of a CAGE code, or DUNS number. Think of it as your business's secret handshake. It's VIP pass to the exclusive club of government contractors. Don't worry, getting one of these isn't as daunting as, say, trying to get a straight answer from a politician. A CAGE code, or Commercial and Government Entity Code, is a unique identifier assigned by the Department of Defense. It's like your business's social security number. But instead of tracking your earnings, it lets the government know you're a legitimate business and not some fly-by-night operation selling knockoff staplers out of your basement. Now, if you're not planning on doing business with the Department of Defense, you'll need a DUNS number. DUNS stands for Data Universal Numbering System, which, let's be honest, sounds like something out of a dystopian sci-fi novel. But don't worry, it's not as scary as it sounds. It's simply a unique 9-digit identifier for your business, kind of like a universal business card. To get your CAGE code, you'll need to waltz over to the System for Award Management, or SAM website. Don't worry, we'll delve deeper into the wonderful world of SAM later. If you're going the DUNS route, you can get yours from, you guessed it, the Dun & Bradstreet website. Think of these codes as your golden tickets, your backstage passes to the world of government contracts. Without them, you're just another face in the crowd, a nobody. But with them, you're a somebody, you're a contender, you're a player in the high-stakes game of government contracting. Okay, so you've got your product or service locked down, you've got your CAGE code or DUNS number tucked safely in your wallet. Now it's time to find some customers, or in this case, government agencies in desperate need of what you're selling. This is where things get a little bit FBI most wanted, a little less shopping at the mall. Identifying potential buyers in the government market is like trying to find a decent rom-com on Netflix. It requires a little bit of research, a little bit of intuition, and a whole lot of scrolling. But don't worry, you don't need to go full Sherlock Holmes on this one. The government, in its infinite wisdom, has made it surprisingly easy to find out who's buying what. Websites like FedBizOpps, that's the Federal Business Opportunities website for you non-government types, are your best friends here. Think of FedBizOpps as the government's version of Craigslist, but instead of finding used furniture and questionable personal ads, you'll find a treasure trove of government contracts ripe for the picking. You can search by keyword, agency, or even contract value to find opportunities that align with your business's sweet spot. But wait, there's more. Networking is also key in this arena. Attending industry events, conferences, and webinars is a great way to rub elbows with government buyers, exchange business cards, and perfect your elevator pitch. So, put on your best networking smile, grab your stack of business cards, and get ready to mingle with the movers and shakers of the government contracting world. Just remember to pace yourself on the canapes. You don't want to be known as the one who ate all the miniature quiches. Now that you've identified some potential buyers, it's time to do a little recon. And no, we're not talking about donning a trench coat and fake mustache, although that would make this whole government contracting thing way more exciting, wouldn't it? We're talking about understanding your potential customers' needs, their pain points, their hopes, their dreams. Okay, maybe not their hopes and dreams, but you get the idea. You need to know what makes them tick, what keeps them up at night, what they desperately need to make their bureaucratic lives easier. Think of it like this. You wouldn't propose marriage on a first date, would you? Well, hopefully not. Similarly, you don't want to pitch your product or service to a government agency without understanding their specific requirements. Start by visiting their websites, reading their mission statements, and digging into their annual reports. Pay attention to their goals, their challenges, and any upcoming projects they might have. The more you know about your potential customers, the better equipped you'll be to tailor your pitch and demonstrate how your product or service can solve their unique problems. It's all about showing them that you understand their needs, that you're not just some random vendor trying to sell them something they don't need. You're a partner, a problem solver, a knight in shining armor here to rescue them from the depths of bureaucratic despair. All right, remember that whole cage code DUNS number thing we talked about earlier? Well, it all comes back to this magical place called the System for Award Management, or SAM, as the cool kids call it. Think of SAM as the ultimate government contracting hub, the Grand Central Station of government procurement. It's where businesses go to register their interest in working with the government, and it's where the government goes to find qualified contractors for their many, many needs. Now, before you roll your eyes and start muttering about government bureaucracy, hear us out. Registering in SAM is actually a fairly straightforward process. It's like creating an online dating profile, but instead of trying to impress potential suitors with your witty banter and impressive collection of Funko Pops, you're showcasing your business's capabilities and experience to potential government buyers. You'll need to provide some basic information about your business, like your company size, location, and area of expertise. You'll also need to specify what types of government contracts you're interested in pursuing. Think of it as setting your preferences on a dating app, but instead of swiping left or right, you're clicking checkboxes and filling out forms. Registering in SAM is absolutely essential if you want to do business with the government. It's like trying to get into an exclusive nightclub without being on the guest list. Sure, you might be able to sweet talk your way past the bouncer, but it's much easier if you just put your name down like everyone else. Listen, we get it. Navigating the world of government contracting can feel like trying to assemble IKEA furniture without instructions while blindfolded. It's overwhelming, confusing, and there always seems to be a few screws left over at the end. But don't despair. There's a wealth of resources available to help you make sense of it all. The government, in a rare moment of clarity, has established several programs designed to assist businesses like yours in securing government contracts. One of these programs is the Procurement Technical Assistance Center, or PTAC. Think of PTAC as your government contracting fairy godmother, here to guide you through the process, answer your questions, and offer encouragement when you're ready to tear your hair out. PTAC counselors are like the Yoda to your Luke Skywalker, the Dumbledore to your Harry Potter, the Mr. Miyagi to your Daniel LaRusso. They've been there, done that, and they're eager to share their wisdom with the next generation of government contractors. These seasoned professionals can help you with everything from identifying potential contracting opportunities to navigating the complexities of government regulations. They can also provide valuable insights into the government procurement process and help you develop a winning proposal. So don't be afraid to reach out and ask for help. It's not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of intelligence. After all, even the most experienced Jedi Masters had to start somewhere. Now, let's talk about the Small Business Administration, or SBA, because let's face it, everyone loves a good acronym. The SBA is like the cool aunt or uncle of the government, the one who actually seems to care about your success and wants to see you thrive. They offer a whole smorgasbord of resources specifically designed to help small businesses navigate the choppy waters of government contracting. We're talking workshops, training programs, counseling sessions, and even access to capital. It's like a government-funded spa day for your business. But instead of cucumber water and face masks, you're getting expert advice and funding opportunities. One of the SBA's most popular programs is the 8A Business Development Program. This program is specifically designed to help small, disadvantaged businesses compete in the government marketplace. If you qualify, you'll gain access to a dedicated SBA business development specialist who will provide one-on-one counseling and guidance. Think of it as having a personal shopper for government contracts, but instead of picking out the perfect pair of shoes, they're helping you land lucrative government deals. The SBA also offers a program called the Women-Owned Small Business Federal Contracting Program, which, as the name suggests, is designed to help women-owned small businesses secure government contracts. This program provides training, counseling, and access to exclusive networking opportunities. So if you're a small business owner feeling a bit lost in the vast world of government contracting, don't fret. The SBA is here to help. They're like that friend who always knows where to find the best deals. But instead of discounted shoes and 2-for-1 margaritas, they're helping you unlock the secrets to government contracting success. All right, let's be real for a moment. Breaking into the world of government contracting can be tough, kind of like trying to parallel park in a snowstorm while juggling chainsaws. It's not impossible, but it's definitely not for the faint of heart. But fear not, aspiring entrepreneurs, there's another way to dip your toes into the lucrative waters of government contracting without diving headfirst into the deep end subcontracting. Think of it as the kiddie pool of government contracting, a way to gain experience, build relationships, and make some money without taking on the full responsibility of a prime contractor. Subcontracting basically means teaming up with a larger company that already has a government contract and offering your specialized services to help them fulfill their obligations. It's like being the Robin to their Batman, the Chewbacca to their Han Solo, the Watson to their Sherlock. The government actually encourages prime contractors to subcontract with small businesses. So there are plenty of opportunities out there. Websites like Subnet and the Dynamic Small Business Search are great resources for finding subcontracting opportunities that align with your business's capabilities. Subcontracting is a fantastic way to gain experience, build your reputation, and position yourself for future prime contracting opportunities. It's like dating before you're ready to get married. You get to experience the joys of commitment without the pressure of a long-term contract. Let's talk shopping, shall we? But not just any shopping. We're talking about shopping sprees that would make even the most seasoned shopaholic weak in the knees. We're talking about the wonderful world of Federal Supply Schedules, or FSS for short. Think of FSS as Amazon Prime for the government, a one-stop shop for everything from office supplies to IT services. It's a streamlined procurement method that allows government agencies to purchase goods and services from pre-approved vendors at pre-negotiated prices. For businesses like yours, getting on an FSS is like winning the lottery. But instead of a giant check and a champagne shower, you get access to a massive pool of potential government customers and a simplified sales process. To get on an FSS, you'll need to submit a proposal through the General Services Administration, or GSA. The GSA is essentially the government's landlord, responsible for managing federal buildings and procurement. They're the ones who decide which lucky vendors get to set up shop in the FSS marketplace. Getting on an FSS takes time, effort, and a whole lot of paperwork. But trust us, the rewards are well worth it. It's like getting a VIP pass to the world's biggest trade show, but instead of free pens and stress balls, you're getting access to billions of dollars in potential government contracts. Now, before you get too excited about the prospect of swimming in a pool of government contracts like Scrooge McDuck, there's one crucial thing you need to understand. Government contracting comes with its fair share of rules and regulations. We're talking about a labyrinthine web of acronyms, clauses, and procedures that can make even the most seasoned lawyer's head spin. It's enough to make you want to tear your hair out, set fire to your computer, and move to a remote island with no internet access. But don't despair. While navigating the world of government contracting regulations can feel like trying to decipher ancient hieroglyphics, it's not impossible. The key is to take it one step at a time, ask for help when you need it, and accept that you're not going to know everything right away. The Federal Acquisition Regulation, or FAR, is the holy grail of government contracting regulations. It's a massive document that outlines the rules and procedures for every stage of the government procurement process. Think of it as the encyclopedia of government contracting, a comprehensive guide to everything you ever wanted to know about government procurement, but were too afraid to ask. In addition to the FAR, there are also agency-specific regulations that you'll need to be aware of. These regulations are like the fine print on a contract, the details that can make or break your deal. Familiarizing yourself with these regulations may not be the most glamorous aspect of government contracting, but it's essential for success. It's like learning the rules of the road before you get behind the wheel of a car. Sure, you could just wing it and hope for the best, but that's a recipe for disaster. Congratulations, my friend. You've made it to the final chapter. You've learned the ins and outs of government contracting, from identifying your product or service to navigating the treacherous waters of government regulations. You're practically a government contracting ninja now, ready to sneak into the Pentagon and steal all the lucrative contracts. But hold on a minute, there's one last thing we need to cover: staying ahead of the game. The world of government contracting is constantly evolving, with new opportunities popping up all the time. It's like trying to hit a moving target while riding a unicycle on a tightrope. That's why it's crucial to stay informed about the latest government contracting trends, news, and opportunities. Think of it like keeping your finger on the pulse of the government contracting world, always on the lookout for the next big thing. One of the best ways to stay informed is to subscribe to industry newsletters, blogs, and podcasts. These resources are like having a team of government contracting experts on speed dial, always ready to provide you with the latest insights and analysis. You should also make it a habit to regularly check government contracting websites like FedBizOpps and SAM.gov for new opportunities. These websites are constantly updated with new solicitations, awards, and other valuable information. Remember, in the world of government contracting, knowledge is power. The more informed you are, the better equipped you'll be to identify and capitalize on lucrative opportunities. So stay curious, stay connected, and never stop learning. The world of government contracting is yours for the taking. So, there you have it. We've covered a lot of ground today, from the importance of identifying your product or service to the intricacies of government regulations. It's been a wild ride, but hopefully you've come out the other side feeling empowered and ready to conquer the world of government contracting. Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Don't be overwhelmed by the process. Start by taking small, manageable steps. Identify your niche, register in SAM, and reach out to resources like PTAC and the SBA. The government contracting world is vast and full of opportunities. With a little effort and perseverance, you can tap into this lucrative market and take your business to new heights. So, what are you waiting for? Get out there and start bidding.